Hey folks, welcome to the NHL 26 on EA Sports for our big coverage game of the night. We are back and we are about to be finding out who will get our next game to see what's going on. And I'm Son of Beast. This is another game of a night matchup as we're back in it to keep things on from the scores. As you can see, we have a lot of great changes going on for the lengths of 10-minute periods each, so that's going to be something that's pretty new right toward the game. Now, as we're starting off, we are getting ready to get things set for the first NHL Game of the Night of Season 5 as we start the Flyers facing against the Chicago Blackhawks. For this moment, I will start things on to see what gets into the next segment, as we've got our big ones to take on, the East versus the West. As we get started for our starting goaltenders, Dan Villard is the starting goaltender for the Philadelphia Flyers, and Arvid Soderblom is the starting goaltender for the Chicago Blackhawks. We start things here for the Philadelphia Flyers as we have the first one to start things from the left side of the chain, Travis Konecny with the spark plug and no contest ability. Also with Travis Sanheim, he also makes the Ely edges with the second win. Then the send it pass is a boosting breakout on the passes. Medvedev Mechkov is a quick release and pressure plus on the timing effort on his own by Sean Couturier with his quick draws and releasements, and also makes the quick picks. Then it's Travis DeGrasse, transfer from Anaheim. He makes a tape-to-tape, but he also makes an elusive dekes between the ankle breaking. Benno and Tippett with the wheels and the ankle breaking is also, but there's also one for Jamie Drysdale and Ely edges with the send-it pass. Then across we have his Tyson Forster for the quick release and pressure. Then we have his Rasmus Ristolainen with the True Lenses shoulder checks. And finally we have his Garnet Hathaway. No contest ability for the Battle of the Strengths. Now let's send it over to Chicago Blackhawks, starting with Connor Bedard, is the quick release and picker to set the quick shots and the ankle breaking on the speedy and elusive deets. And along with Teuvo Teravainen, he makes the tape-to-tape zones. Frank Nazar is one of our wheels in the lightning fast and the tape-to-tape zones on his powerful passes. Tyler Bertuzzi with the big tipper and no contest ability. And then Andrei Burakovsky, the quick release and a quick shot release to keep this deceptively. Then Nick Foligno with the born leader, and he's the captain for the Blackhawks with the spark plug. Then from here we have is Elliot Mikheyev from the wheels. He makes a lightning fast skating speed of the higher ones. That is it for the starting lineups. It's time to play hockey for the first game of the night. Standing by, I have his Terry Crews in Chicago. He's along with Infamous Beast and the fur commentary of the crew. I make a warm welcome over to start things from the top, Fiery. It's big night to show what gets in right from the start. I'm looking forward to seeing what gets in now, but with that, not Fiery, but Coiny is where it goes in for the center box in Chicago. And we'll see you all later, folks, for the intermission after each periods. Now, enjoy yourself as Flyers take on Hawks for a game of the night on EA Sports. It's one of our big nights in United Center. Hi everybody, I am Terry Crews and I am here with Infamous Beast and Coiny from Center Ice. Puck is about to be dropped and we are underway in Chicago. Puck is ready to go and we are ready to start. This is NHL Game of the Night on EA Sports. Starting goaltenders is right between Arvid Soderblom and Dan Villard. Starting players we have is Bedard. You'll have his own zone. You'll have the pace again. So we're now finding to Burakovsky. Burakovsky will take a pause from here right toward the zone. He'll have it over to Bedard. A set pass to Burakovsky that looks to Velazquez.
keeps moving right to Bedard. He'll find Crevier. Crevier pass down, finds Vlasic. He finds it again to Crevier. A pass over to Vlasic on a shot, blocked it up in front, and rebounded by Green. You'll have it over again to Crevier. A chance to Burakovsky's shot off of Fort York, and it goes over to Dvorak. Dvorak with the pucking zone. Brooks the sticking, rebounding, and this will cover by Soderblom. He'll stop that in play with under 19 minutes to start in the first period. Big action here, as with that one, we are ready for another puck drop. The win for Philadelphia. Good catch by Soderblom. You'll have it covered in there to have a next puck drop ready. When you're spotting that one on for Albert Soderblom, you have that range in there. You have no idea where that one was going to come by. That really made a great stop. What an excellent take. Good takeaway by Mikheyev, and you'll have that one disrupted to play, and this will go outside for Philadelphia Flyers. Under 18 minutes in the first period, they'll be ready for a reinforcement to get the puck drop ready. The win for Philadelphia as Senheim is back in the offense zone. Right toward wall, it's broken by Lefshanov. Banks it around the board, now find it over to Kaiser. Kaiser now finds it over to Mikheyev. Runs it across to the other zone, now find Dickinson. On a shot, he goes off the blocker by Vladar, and it's rebounded by Sean Couturier. Well, this is what happens with that. You see what Sean Couturier made it do. That one is really making that bleeding it off the zone. You have no idea how that's going to make it receptive afterwards. You really have to make sure you're watching that timing. This close range is going to make that one go banging. Lefshanov finds Kaiser, finding Dickinson. Keeps moving around to Lefshanov again to Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi shot, glove save by Vladar. 16:27 remaining in the first period as they'll get ready for our next puck drop. When you're spotting on for Eli Mikheyev, here is one way that you got to watch on here. This big and broken is almost going to make right toward into the wall, and he almost had that one slipping. That makes him hit, and that really goes into the bench. That one makes it hard of his hit, and you never spot it on. That's going to make him feel like you're in the payback zone. The win for Philadelphia as Drysdale has it over to cross the Konechny. After a smash hit for the Chicago Blackhawks, here's a cross. Dvorak shot, blocks up in traffic, and it's rebounded by Lodors. Lardis with the puck right there in the zone. He'll fire that one around the net. And here's more the other way. Pass over now, find to Vlasic. Vlasic looks to Crevier out in the rain. A pass over to Moore. Moves it again, now finding Vlasic. Blackhawks continue to find their crushing zone on the pucking chain. And it will go back in the zone. Outside, it's Dvorak. Philadelphia on the attack in the wing. And he'll have that pass to Konechny. Shots off and stale made by Soderblom. Crevier kicks it out of the zone. Andre with the puck. And now in the center of the zone is Drysdale. You'll have it zoned to Konechny. Konechny shots off and a pad save made by Soderblom. And again to Crevier. Crevier looks over to Moore. Moore rushing his way on the attack. Goes right in the zone. Another save by the goaltender. Burakovsky now finds it up. Full pressure's on for the Konechny team. Vlasic. One-time shots Moore. It's blocks up in front by Zieler. That's Green. Moves around. He goes down. Rebounded by Burakovsky. Vlasic now finds Murphy. Murphy shoots. He scores! First goal will be on for the Hawks. It's Moore as he hits his first goal. Well, his first goal is never going to start from here. When he's spotting up for Oliver Moore, that is where that first goal will start making its appearance. That is where it's going to tip it in there. And that range would really not sawed off when you're coming for the dark. And when you're seeing this in there, you have nowhere to possess. That's really where it's going to deflect and get that one of a big goal. That's first one start for Chicago. Olivier Moore will have his first goal in the game, and he'll try to see how he can handle this one as he has his first goal in his NHL career against the other teams. This time, Mitchkov will start things off to give it to Bobby Brink. Off and around the board, and it's rebounded by Connor Bedard. You'll have that pass broken up in the chain. trying to look for some helping offense. Gets on the outside to give a zone and a big save by the goaltender.
Blackhawks goal. His first goal.
A big zone. Zieler takes
His
it over. Now
first goal
finding
of the game.
Katzaz.
Scored by number 11.
Katzaz right toward his wing. Right toward the middle.
He's assisted by
Gets a
number
little
5.
deflection. A great
Connor
stop
Murphy.
made by the goaltender.
And by
Tyler
number
returns,
72,
he's got that puck.
Alex.
Of under 12 minutes
Blazek.
remaining in the first.
Time and a goal for the
Waits
Blackhawks
patiently
goal.
for
6 minutes
Bertuzzi.
33 seconds. That's
Pass down to
Oliver Moore.
Murphy.
His first goal of
Murphy
his
to
NHL
Bertuzzi
career,
again to
assisted
Grzelcyk.
by Connor Murphy
Looks to
and
Bertuzzi
Alex
again to Murphy.
Blazek
Murphy
in the
shot
first
glove save
period.
by Bedard.
6:33.
And he'll stop and freezes the puck with only 11:16 remaining. Standing in by with Owen Tippett, I have his Coiny. Thanks, folks. Whenever talks about Owen Tippett, but he makes it an ankle-breaking on emotion. The big offense really has given it all. When no one stands in for the Trout, it makes him what it makes it pay for Owen Tippett. He's got a great ones to take the deeks here and defender and try to watch him going behind. What we notice sometimes is when Owen Tippett, he really gives it a great look in his offensive chain. He's more into a terrific zone of his player to give him another high status. But I'll be watching it for the Owen Tippett ranking on the move. His ankle breaker is sure yet to come, guys. Thanks, Coiny. Now find a Kaiser again to Leshanov. Backhander is stopped by Bedard, and he'll have that one stopping in play past the midway line. Now the other side, I give a warm over again to Connor Bedard. Back to Coiny. Thanks, guys. About another great zone I've been talking about is Connor Bedard. He was really one of his use of his forced zones on his strength. The biggest game on ability is the eye and effort to have it all. What sometimes for Connor Bedard is really making him do for is right to make the just. He is more into alternative captain, but making him an ultimate abbreviating to keep things from scoring. I'll be finding an eye on him for Connor Bedard and have on own tracks. This will be the deal if he saves us on his day. Over to you, Cherry. Great save by Soderblom. Dot just got that puck. Now he has it to Moore. Olivier Moore looking for two, and he'll have that pass to Trivier. In zone, fine pass to Blazek. Now finds it over to Ryan Donato. Larned shoots. Oh, he made that one tip it, but he just couldn't get into the net. Well, that bounce puck play was always supposed to be a magical bounce over right toward the net. You never saw that, how that's going to get in there. Soderblom's going to cover it up with under 8 minutes remaining in the first period as they'll get another time whistle here for another puck drop. Still time left to be remaining in this period. Blackhawks start off with a 1-0 lead over the Flyers. Moore wins the faceoff, and here's Vlasic the other way. Vlasic nowhere to be finding a cut. Fire shot, finding a rebound, and a great save by Soderblom. Olivier Moore in the wing. Chicago back in offense zone. Keeps moving to Green. Green, no cutting motion, and it's given by Zagraz as Travis Konecny the other way to Zagraz. Philadelphia on the attack as Dvorak is in the wing. Higher around the net, and a big rebound by Vlasic. Vlasic now gives it to Burakovsky, returns on ice. Doesn't bank that pass. Connor Bedard will have it right around the net to Green. Green, nowhere to find. And it's now over to Sanheim and broken by Connor Bedard. Looks to Grzelcyk. Grzelcyk's right with the cut in motion. Choose blocker saved by Bedard. Rebound by Sanheim, and he over it again to Zagraz. Zagraz pass to Konecny. Konecny on a full attack break. And Soderblom will have it covered in with only 5:30 remaining. What you don't see about Andrei Burakovsky, that was where you see that spotting on the biggest hit. This one-time hit, make him smack down right the other way. I wasn't sure about how Andrei Burakovsky was going to able to get that defender, but that really makes that one a huge knockoff. You don't spot that goal. Dickinson wins the face-off as Leshanov has it around the net, and you'll have it now to Dickinson. Across the line into the zone. Around the net, finds Mikheyev. Mikheyev pass now finds Leshanov. Kaiser shot. He rings the post. It goes back to Katas the other way for Philadelphia. Dumps it right into the Chicago territory. Leshanov's got that puck. Now he has it again to Kaiser. Chicago rolling it in. Kaiser stops and slows things down. Rolls it again to Mikheyev. Looks off to Dickinson. Rolls it into Kaiser. Kaiser looks to Mikheyev again to Dickinson. He shoots. Another save by Vladar. Full pressure for the Hawks. Mikheyev shot. Trying to go for the reflection. That kicks Pat out of here by Vladar. What a save on a play and effort. I wasn't sure about Vladar. He was really able to get that motion on his ground effort. That's definitely where it's going to cause him to go with the back releasement. He just go with the pad save. He's really right onto it. Levshanov's got that puck. Now finds the Farley. Flickno again to Levshanov. Levshanov right to the wall and rebound by Kaiser. Finds Flickno again to Slager. Slager goes again to Kaiser. Here's Foligno trying to give some a little bit of a bounce back on the blade, but he'll stop in by Vladar. 2:33 remaining in the first period. They'll be ready for another group in the face-off. Foligno wins the face-off. He has now finds the Gresley. Here's Foligno shot. Another huge save by Vladar. And it now rolls to Ristolainen. Well, you don't see how I can expect that one here. That is where it happens with Vladar. He was able to get that padding save, and he was really right on the line. Just the right timing when you need to do it. Dodge fires that one around the net to Foligno. Tries to go for middle, but it's given away by Sean Couturier. Again to Tippett. Tippett again, now finding to Ristolainen. Ristolainen to Zieler. Zieler shoots, save by Slatterblue. Krajcik will have it again to Markovsky. A big hit, that one mistakens it up badly as we are under a minute in the first period.
1 minute remaining in the first period of game.
Here's Tippett the other way for the Flyers. Finding the pass to Barkey. Barkey shots, another stop by Slatterblue. The Lazics will have it back. Back around the net is Burakovsky. Burakovsky's pass broken up. Here's Sealer. It's back to Burakovsky, and Crevier will have that reconsidered pass. Now finds again a Green. Fakes the pass again to Vlasic. Here's Burakovsky, not missing the timing on the one effort, and now end the first period. So with one goal to take, for deflection, it is a 1-0 lead. We'll be back with you shortly for the second period when we return in Chicago.
Hey folks, welcome to the first intermission on EA Sports. Roy Cruz and Terry Son of Beast here. Guys, we're taking a look at the action trackers. There were some biggest on the range to spot that one going in from some hugest zones in for every game of the angle. As we have it after the first intermission, as we go right into the first period to check on these scores, we have it across was 13/11 total shots on goal. 10/8 was the time on the hits for Chicago. 546/113 for Chicago. 84 and 90 for percentage for Philadelphia to passing effectiveness, and then we have 7/4 face-off wins. Now I will have a chance over to find out what gets things in a way. And now I will send it over to Center Beast of the Chicago Blackhawks. This was a great start. What do you think of this one, how they played it? Oh yeah, they absolutely did love it, and they were playing it so well, just trying to keep that one in there on the range of sight. This is because that they're really doing this for Chicago. They're keeping the teams in there with some nice range effort. No need to stop, no need to panic, and you're really up to something. That's the first time we see the Chicago getting on the board in the lead. Now over to you, Roy, for Philadelphia Flyers. Well, Philadelphia really need to get right into work, and we know they've been beaten up, and there's one that goes right into the bench, and everybody calls heads up. But I got nothing to say about this, but now that's the time, and you really need to be working on it. So to combine it, they're going to need to try to work that off for the pass effectiveness. So in a way, they don't want to leave it up right behind. And I'll do for the first intermission as we go back to Chicago to get ready for the second. Terry, all you. See you later after the second period.
We are back in United Center as we're ready to get started off for the second period. And we are set to go to take the second period on its way and ready to roll. All right, fella, I know what you're spotting on for the Chicago Blackhawks. What do you have to say about the first period? They find the first goal of it. They really are starting to go things off. But there's a lot of defenders who have been trapping it out everywhere. They've been like tracking it down and they really are watching it out. The power limit doesn't reach the quality of that speed, but that really is going to make me hard on the use of the zone. You have to watch on that. There's no better effort than you need to do so. We start for second period as Vlasic has it to Bedard on a fire shot. Oh, makes it over to Bedard, and you'll have it freezing it up when the start of a second period under 19 minutes in the start of a second period. 6:17 over 113 time on attack for Chicago as they really are working its way up across the limit. Bedard wins the faceoff. He'll have it to Vlasic again to Crevier. Pass Vlasic. Tries to get to Green. Green shoots. Can't get it over as Bedard lost that puck control and now finds a Dvorak. Dvorak a pass. Broken by Andrei Svechkovsky. Keeps it around the net. And it's over to Green. The pass again to Crevier. Again to Vlasic. Vlasic finds it over to Crevier. Big motion here for Chicago as they get a new line change. Back on ice is Kaiser. Blocker save made by Bedard. Now it's Crevier the other way as he'll have a pass to Bedard. A should save made by Bedard. Here's York. In the zone, the garage shot saved by Sliderbloom. Bedard will now swing it a chance over to Crevier. Crevier pass to Mikheyev. Mikheyev pass to Bedard. Washes in, shoots way, misses off the wall, and it's rebounded by the Flyers. Well, that's missing a shot for Connor Bedard. He's not really in to make the fixer. This adjustment need to be out there the right motion. Don't be late. You have to watch on that one if you don't want him to get away with it. Mikheyev spins across, shoots, pad save made by Bedard. This Couturier, the pass to Michkov. Shots blocked. Rebound by Michkov to Mikheyev. As Kaiser now has it again to Bertuzzi. Chicago back in the offense zone. Over to Dickinson. And Vladar freezes one with just under 15:30 remaining in the second. A lot of time left to remain in the period. As you can still see, it's still a 1-0 lead for Chicago. And they really are working it off. Big win for another face-off dropping in the puck. And now here's Lardis. Lardis shoots out, made by Bedard. You'll get it freeze up here with only 15:10 remaining in the second period. Lots of officials to be ready to take things for the next puck drop. Still looking for a goal for Philadelphia. And with that one, with the quick winning face-off, will be Zagras. Trisdale. Fire. Saved by Slatterblom. You'll have that pass over to again to Lardis. Lardis slows things down, finding Donato. That's given away by Andre. Drysdale with the puck. Flyers enter the zone. Fire shot. What a stop by Soderblom. Impressive with a rebound. You know, I wouldn't spell on that. This spell goes with Soderblom. He really would have that. The right motion. There's no way you need to be getting into the attack. But that's what it's going to get into with the great motion. That's what happens with the defender traffic center zone. They really caught it up. That was why they don't really start moving around shortly. Grezek now finding Moore. Moore shoots, save made by Ladar, and he'll have that one freezing in with only 13:21 remaining. Just the easy zone between Soderblom and Vladar as they really are trying to work its way across. And the win by Katez, he'll have it over to Ristolainen. The pass over now finds Michkov. Michkov goes with a slam board right toward the center and starts with a rebound. Chicago back the offensive zone, gives to Slugger. Races over to Foligno. Moves quickly to Slager. Slager, and he scores! What some promotions for Slager! He is taking a 2-0 lead. He's spot on for Langdon for Slager. Watch for Foligno. This is where that cut is going to get off. Now this one right by the defender, that was where you don't see. Gretzik was able to watch it carefully, but then this is what Slager really made. His miles per hour was 92.9, and that one really got that one in there. You have nothing to persuade on this one here, but for Slager, he was given it with a perceptive on the path. He gets right by it, and he goes right through the legs. In front, he zipped across, and just went right toward the net. You don't see that flying on coming every day, but that really went right in. Bobby Brink the other way. He lost that one. That's rebounded by Krivier. Again, now to Burakovsky. Burakovsky wants to give it over to Green. Green can't hold on to the puck, and he'll now have it again to Krivier. Again, Vlasic finding Burakovsky. Pass again to Krivier. Here's a timer for Bedard. He loses a glove, and it's rebounded by Ristolainen. Bobby Brink back in the offense zone. Flyers moves around, over stopped by the goaltender. Big on the rebound. Chicago moves on as the Blackhawks regain the group to Vlasic.
Score by number 84.
Slice to Green.
Rebounded by Slager. Assisted by number 17, Nick Foligno.
The other way.
And by number 5, Connor Murphy.
You'll find it over to Vlasic. And
Common
you'll have it
goal
again
for the
to McKayev.
Chicago Blackhawks. 7 minutes, 24 seconds. That's Landon Slager, his fourth goal of the season. Assisted by Nick Foligno and Connor Murphy in the second period.
Makes a smack off at the kid, and it's Leshanov again to Kaiser. Kaiser in the wing. Goes to Leshanov. He looks off to Kaiser. Kaiser fires. He goes off of the wall, and it's wide on the shot range. Back to Owen Tippett. Well, you see that's missing the effort. That's no use. That's no good when you're just missing it off wide. When you lose this effort, you're not going to make that great, huge save. This played offense is going to give it a hard time to get right into it. Don't make a mistake. That one misses very, very badly. After passing a midway mark in the period, here's an Arwen Dickinson on a shot stopped by Bedard. Dickinson, Graslick shots blocked, and it goes right over to Sanheim. Flyers back in the offense zone. Dvorak on the 2-on-1 break. York, glove snatched by Soderblom. You'll hold things here with only 8:21 remaining in the second period. Still left to be time, left to be going in the period. Chicago with a great lead, 2-0. The win for Philadelphia. That gets blocked up in front and rebounded by Moore to give to Graslick. 8 minutes remaining in the second period. Has it again to Lardis. Lardis trying to look for speed. Donato shot. That one is off a defender and rebounded up by Lardis. Lardis looks to Graslick, and he'll have it again to Lardis. Pass to Graslick. Looks in middle. Middle shot stops. Made by Bedard. It's over now to Zagraz. 7:15 remaining in the second period. You'll look to Konechny. As he shoots, never saved by Soderblom. Soderblom is going to hold it on with only 7:02 remaining in the second. Well, I got a great look at here. And you notice Soderblom would really have the perfect wide range to be angled. You wouldn't spot that on. It's big believing to see it. York shot's blocked, and it's now Connor Bedard the other way. Blackhawks beginning the group. Has it now over, and pass is broken away. Burakovsky with the rebound to Krivier. He looks to Burakovsky again to Bedard. Bedard goes right to Burakovsky. Here's a shot from Vlasic. Never save made by Bedard. Bedard with a huge stopping effort to try to watch out with the time on attack. Vlasic shots blocked up in front of it again by a defender detour. Zagraz sends it over. The pass is broken up by Krivier. Green fires that one around the net. Connor Bedard looks it over. Now finding Burakovsky. Krivier to Vlasic. Cuts to the rips the move. There he gets it away, and it's now Burakovsky. Stays inbound alive for Chicago. Menard. Both men goes down, and it's rebounded off by Trevor Zegras. Pass under 5 minutes in the second period. Here's sent to the Dvorak shot. Another stop by the goaltender. Menard takes a little hit and goes right toward the bench. Philadelphia back on the attack. Again to York. York to St. High. The 9th shot. Stopped by Soderblom. Tenacious on the puck battle chain. Dodge is giving it a poke check, and it's felt like the other one. Well, that's what happens with the poke check. You really just have nowhere to deuce for, but try to make sure you really have the iron boundary. There's no way that you need to really get back up. Here's Grzelcyk again to Murphy, finding Bertuzzi, and it's broken by Brink. Katez turned away. Poked it, rebound by Katez, and with the shot, and misses again. And rebounded over by Chicago. Philadelphia on attack, and he scores. Katez takes it over from a defender, and that one will give him on the board for a 2-1 lead. Well, this is what happens when you don't really see things on. Watch carefully here. As this one pushes him out, and he was going to try to get back into it to get a poke check. Unfortunately, Katez was given a goal on the lateness nearing the end of the second period, and he really had the hardest shot in the ankle. I won't see to believe this one here, but Katez, he's really given that first goal a good look. The Blackhawks trying to look for some answers back here, as they're already taken a lead down by 1, as with a 2-1 lead. Here's Drysdale. Pass to Tippett. Good stop by Kaiser. Big save by Soderblom. Well, you don't get the rest of it, and you don't want to take it still. That's easy range when you have to get. Here comes Kaiser. Spins. Whoa, he passed right to the Creaston, and he rolls to Leshanov. Dickinson finds it over to Leshanov. Again to Dickinson. Looks to Leshanov. Finds Kaiser. Shot stop made by Menard.
Philadelphia goal. His first goal of the game, his 41st goal of the season. Score unassisted, number 27.
Here's Tippett.
Noah Katez.
Set in motion. Stop by
Top goal for the
Soderblom.
Philadelphia Flyers, 17 minutes, 10 seconds. It's Noah Katez with his first goal of the game, 41st of the season, unassisted by a team in the second period at 17-10.
A lot of big battle range on the attack. 88 over 85 for Philadelphia. Now the win for Katez. Shot, and it's saved by Soderblom. Goes down into the end zone, and another big stop at the goaltender. Down to a final minute.
1 minute remaining in the second period of the game.
Right around the net
1 minute.
Donato, again to Lourdes. Vlasic. Crevier. Shoots! Off blocker again to Donato. Crevier now finds Vlasic. Vlasic. Gives to Crevier again and Donato. And off to Crevier again. Now finds to Donato. Oh, what a swing in motion! He didn't get that one in time, and it's now Grunch showing the other way. Andre, trying to look for a buzz beater, and he will not have it. That ends the second period with a 2-1 game. Chicago in front. They're up by 1. Philadelphia trails by 1. Third period is coming underway next when we return hockey for the game of the night on EA Sports.
Hey folks, welcome to the second intermission on EA Sports. Roy and Son of Beast here, as we really are seeing things, what was going to happen with Chicago or Philadelphia. The first one we are looking at is 27 over 26. That's for Philadelphia, total shots on goal. It was 16 over 15 hits for Philadelphia. And the time on attack was 11:28 for Chicago and 2:17 for Philadelphia. But it was 87 over 84 passing effectiveness for Philadelphia and 15 face-off wins on the attack. No range, no quick. And now I will send it over to Roy Cruz about how the Chicago Blackhawks had to find a way to get a score. Well, I got nothing to say what they're going with, but that first goal is going to go for the medal, and they really are just giving it all the pressure starts. I mean, maybe they might do for it, maybe. They're going to have to, try to keep on watching again to make sure if anything is okay. And now for the other one for you, Son of Beast, about the Flyers. Well, I said Flyers are not really, are just really keeping it in here. They got a good goal nearing the end of the second period. I wasn't really sure if they're going to tie this game up or go to send it overtime. That might be a question. But in the meantime, though, we may never know how that's going to get there. Definitely said so. And that will conclude the second intermission. We'll stay tuned with the post-game show after the third period. It's next after this. Now, back over to you, Roy, to Terry. It's the third period in United Center for the puck drop. And what a wild this on the game has ever been with the start of the first game of the night here for NHL 26 as we are ready to settle. For those of you just tuning in and joining us here, we played 2 periods, but we have 1 more period remaining. Now we'll send it over to Infamous Beast to see how that changed. What does it look like out there, Son of Beast, for Infamous, for you, or how they did? Well, they've been playing it really oftenly, and the last time they did for, they've really been sweeping it out. That's in their position. They're really keeping it over and under it again. I was really sure enough that they were really messing things to try to make sure they watch out for trouble, but they didn't seem like they didn't get any penalties, so it looks like they were a clean team. So we gotta watch on that one here. Just keep an eye on it for anything. Ooh, what almost had a deflection here for Green, but it was stopped and denied by Ladar. Well, you see what happened with Ladar? But that is where it's going to get right after it, so that is going to be a huge save. I love this effort for Arvid Soderblom. He's really the best speller of the game of the night. You have no other idea how I would love to see how this hugest save has coming on in. That's where he really wanted to make sure he really is up for the challenge. That Soderblom was a great drive. Still a lot of time left to remain in the period, as there's still a 2-1 lead for Chicago Blackhawks with only 18:08 remaining. Now to win, this will be York. York makes his way now, finding over to Konechny. Probably for a middle, he will have a delay penalty. That will be a tripping on Vlasic.
72 on Chicago, 2 minutes for tripping.
Vlasic made something that's very unofficial, and this is where it was going to come in for the tripping. That was right underneath. He was caught up on a leg, and he was not looking to perform this best effort. So now it'll be the Flyers power play. Flyers will have their first power play advantage as they're ready to take things on. Watch out for power plays. They really are making sure that they want to keep that defenders up.
Chicago penalty number 72, 2 minutes for tripping.
Don't let this
Tottenham
happen.
penalty in a third period, 2 minutes, 11 seconds. That's penalty. And Chicago Blackhawks number 72, Alex Vlasic. Tottenham penalty in a third period of the game, 2 minutes and 11 seconds.
Here's Mikheyev. The other way for the team as now Leshanov trying to walk his way across to Murphy. And he will leave it from here as Philadelphia will have some new change. Owen Tippett with the puck, now finding again to Brink. Here's Brink finding Gattez. Shot is off the mark and rebound by Mikheyev. The Blackhawks regain the group. For sure-handed shot, stopped by Bedard, and we'll have it under pressure with only under a minute for the Flyers power play and just under 17 minutes in the third period. Another win for Philadelphia, and he has it to Konechny. Konechny looking for trouble. Looks at the Voracek shot, blocked up, rebounded by the Flyers, and stopped by Soderberg. What a save he's going to get right into it. First block shot, then comes with the glove stop. That's right in the eye. And everybody loves about Travis McGrath, and we are expecting to see how he is able to play with the Flyers. But his motion doesn't get a lot of ton of credit.
Why is that a thing there, Infamous Beast? Well, it's most likely people that are really expecting it. They do want to make credit for that. But I don't think a lot of people are deserving the credit because how he was able to not play well at all. He's trying to make sure he was really getting into a hash this. He doesn't want to get that one off a potential time effort to keep out of the way. I was not really sure if that would be the right choice to make sure for Sada Bloom and the teammates. They just need to make sure to really go back in the pace. That's what they needed to do. And I saw about Sada Bloom and he was really like working his way. One save, stopped it, one score. He's a fiery on the making. With the celebration of its 100th anniversary, as the Chicago Blackhawks would like to thank with our members and with all the crew, and with not only with that, but that's where that goes right in with some huge celebrations for the Chicago Blackhawks as we have made their way to 100th anniversary for 100th season for the Chicago Blackhawks. Well, that's what I was really doing for. I mean, that really almost has the same thing. And when you think about how old was it, you have to think of it back many, many years ago. Lardis looking again. And pass broken up. Rebound again by Green. Here's Green. Shoots and he goes in. He scores! What a wraparound. And it's now taking a 3-1 lead for Chicago. Well, you know he spent out the wraparound, was able to get for Ryan Green. Just watch what happened. He was right into it in the net, and he goes right behind. He was like, zipping away. He says, I'm coming for you. And that, it goes right into the net. That's giving them our goal. Chicago still looking for a lot of love here as we have not made our way to the midway mark of the period. It's still another face-off win, and it's for Philadelphia. Lardis right toward the boards and rebounded by Lardis. Lardis pass to Grezza. There's one time Murphy, shoot, save by Ledard. 13:48 remaining in the third period, and they're ready to prepare for another puck drop. Lots of time left to go in the period. The Blackhawks really are starting to give that one a hugest comeback on the effort to try to deny on the Flyers. Europe shoots miss wide.
Blackhawks score.
His first
scoreless NHL career. Score on
back to Donato.
Number 20.
And now he has it again to Lardis.
Green.
Lardis.
Time on a goal for the Chicago Blackhawks. 5 minutes, 43 seconds.
Rebounded by
That's Ryan Green. His first goal of his NHL career. Unassisted by a team in the third period at 5:43.
Here comes the Flyers as York will have that one across and save made by Soderborn. Dickinson now has it over to Donato. And he's been wiped up and we'll get a first penalty kill on Philadelphia.
Number 6 on Philadelphia. 2 minutes for tripping.
In the penalty box. Again, this is where I was watching on this one. When it's where it's tipping in there, that is where you spot on. That first penalty kill is not going to stop. Power play will start in for the Chicago Blackhawks as we're just getting closer to the midway mark in the period. Raiders teammate ready, and now the win will be the
Philadelphia Flyers penalty number 6, 2 minutes for tripping. Time on penalty, 7 minutes 45 seconds in the third period. That's penalty on number 6, Travis Hine for a 2-minute tripping. Time on penalty, 7 minutes 45 seconds for your Blackhawks power play.
As the number jersey tries to get the green. The jersey shoots, save over there. 1:20 remaining for the Flyers power play and 11:30 remaining in the third period. Looks to Drysdale on a shot blocker, saved by Soderborn. So watching on end, looks over to Brent Bedard and again to Green. Green pass to Bedard, again a left shot off. Leshonov, pass over to Forligno. He missed that one again. It's rebounded by Abelis. Abels. Shot saved up, but he puts a rebound, he scores. This is where the first goal is going to start his season for Rodrigo Abels. Well, that's what he really made it do. I mean, I thought he was going to give it right into the player. He was wide open. But then here's what the rush made it. That really just tipped that back in there. I mean, I don't know what is going to happen. You really could not believe how they were playing it before. Philadelphia trying to squeeze down by one with a 3-2 lead for the short-handed goal. Donato wins the faceoff. Brezic now finds Demore. Finds Larness. Larness shot. Gets deflected off of the defender traffic. And that one will clear the zone. That ends the power play for the Chicago Blackhawks as the Flyers are a full even strength. Well, they definitely have to do for them. Whenever you have to make it in, you have to make sure this power play makes it a better effort. It's just like hockey and curling. You don't want to make that one feel like you're over the limit.
Philadelphia goal. His first goal of the game, his third of the season. Score on a shorthanded goal, number 18. Rodrigo Abelis. Assisted by number 9, Jamie Drysdale.
Donato.
Time on a Philadelphia shorthanded goal, 9 minutes, 22 seconds. That's Rodrigo Abelis scoring a shorthanded goal, assisted by Jamie Drysdale in the third period at 9:22.
Saved by Soderblom. 8:48 remaining in the third period as they're really trying to work things off across. Now the big rebound here as they're ready for you. It's Dickinson against an eye. Dickinson wins the faceoff, and it's now Kaiser back to Dickinson. Looks over to Leshonov. Waits it down patiently. Looks over. In the way. Passes over to McKay. Looks to Leshonov. He shoots. Over and under again. Rebound by Sanheim. Here's another pass again. Jacob Slavin shoots. Saved by Soderblom. And Al Freeze whistle with only 7:48 to go. Still lots of time left to remain in the period. 3-2 Chicago. Dickinson wins the faceoff, and here's Vlasic the other way. Now for the Chicago Blackhawks on a timeout attack to Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi getting across to Mikheyev. Again, now finding the Crivier. One time Vlasic shot, no save of an arm. And they're still working your way off. Vlasic fades, finds Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi looks to Crivier. Looks down to Bertuzzi. Here's Bertuzzi. Pass to Crivier. Keeps moving again. Got a big back and forth action going on. Exactly. Vlasic pass to Crivier. Here's a chance to get this shot. Stop by Bedard. And rebound by Barkey. Barkey across Dickinson with the rebound. Back over now to Crivier. Crivier setting it in properly. And Barkey the other way right for Philadelphia. He's off to Couturier, shoots it up again. Stopped by Soderblom. What a Soderblom chance afterward. I mean, it was really like onto a full heave effort, and I wouldn't be betting on that. Connor Bedard finds Crivier. We pass the final 5 minutes presented by Discover. Bedard finds Crivier. Crivier can't get right to it. And now again to Vlasic. Rebound by Crivier. Crivier pass to Burakovsky. He looks it over in the middle. It has been taken away by York. And now he has to Dimitrov. Bobby Brink. Off the wall again. Rebound by Crivier. Crivier. Nowhere to look for. And it's rebound by York. Here's another change and a chance in play. Stop by Brink on Soderblom. Huge stop made again. Moore finding Crivier. Fans have been loving on this one. Well, you have to hear it. Soderblom is really giving that one a huge charge feelings. Can never miss this one. finds Preview. Leshonov will grab that puck out. And he can't get that one back by. Mitchbach. Looks over again to Kotakov. And here's another one. Glove save by Soderblom. Finding Glenn and rebounded by the Flyers. Pass is out of the way and rebounded by Larnas. Larnas, nowhere to go, and rebounded by Brink. Here's Murphy. After a puck taken away from the Redskin. Graslick. Nothing to give him between the legs. He now will find it over to Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi pass to Murphy. Murphy! He couldn't get that skating back out. Not again with Mikheyev. Not Graslick. Finds some more. Looks over again to Bertuzzi. Mikheyev shots. Walker saving again for the Dark. Down to the final minute.
1 minute remaining in the third period of regulation. 1 minute.
And here comes Brink. Brink shoots. Blocked. Rebound by Graslick. And it's now finding over to Murphy. Murphy. Nothing given here. And now Sanheim finding Gutierrez. Mikheyev with a shot. Big huge save made by the goaltender. Let's see how they are due for it. And that one broken a stick. Rebounds in the middle. That one is out. Mikheyev kicks the puck out. Here's a chance to Brink. Brink shot. That one is off the mark. 10 seconds remaining. Burakovsky. Empty net scores. This gives Andre Burakovsky. And now it's a 4-2 game Chicago. The big motion of it doesn't really mean to have it all. When you give that one a good look by Andre Burakovsky, that rebound and snipe is going to make that good look. Now I will have it over to Coiney so you have a better night. Well, folks, I really have to say that Connor Bedard is one of the experts. He's one of the top of the favorite picks. And hopefully, we'll see him back again real soon. Guys, Chicago has won the first game of the night. And with that final score, it's 5-1 to 5-2, and now 5-3.
That's the end of the game.
That's all she wrote.
Your final score, Chicago Blackhawks 4 and Philadelphia Flyers 2.
What a big motion after all. When you spot it out and saluting it, you just got to make sure you have that
His
right.
154th goal of the season. Score on the empty
Saturday.
net. Number 28, Andre Burakovsky.
Hopefully, one of the teammates
Assisted by
may not
number
be able to get
98,
for anything.
Connor Bedard.
So we'll have to see about
Time
that.
of the Blackhawks
Anyway,
empty
thanks
net
for
goal,
watching. Along with
1953.
Coiney, and across the other side of it, we have this Cammy, along with the other ones too. And finally, Terry Crews. Thank you for watching the NHL Game of the Night. We'll see you next time. Alright, good folks, Terry. Thank you so much from Chicago as we start the first start. Connor Murphy with 2 assists and 2 hits. That only makes that one a hard judgment on the score at that range. Second star player of the game goes to Ryan Green with the goal and assist. He never really had it before, but this time he had done it. And your first star player of the game for the team is Arvid Soderblom. 43 saves, and it was only that made it happen. Well, I don't say now, but that is really it. Here are the final statistics. It was 45 over 38 time on the shots on goal, and 25 for both hits, 605 and 321 for the time on attack. And it was 88% over 43% for Philadelphia Flyers. Then it was 23 over 11 face-off wins, and with the power play, I'm going to keep that in mind to see if any day. Well, we never know how that's going to change. That's true, that's true. Alright, well, that's it for now, and we got to go home. Time to crank it up and spend a story night time.
Oh yeah, definitely. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all for next video for the state.
Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again next time. So long, everyone, for as well as the NHL Game of the Night on EA Sports Style. This is Roy and Son of Beast signing out.
If you don't, somebody will.